Hello, hey, how you doing? And this is a social issue, what's been going on lately. But I'm just gonna take you to the video, and it's a kind of a racial thing, you know. Let's check this out.
So you had this group called Patriot Front. They're nothing but a bunch of anti-black racists marching through the streets of Nashville, Tennessee. And I know some black people get scared when they see these type of guys, but let's go ahead and roll this clip.
Because without the race of men that built America, without the ironclad resolve of our ancestors, there would be no America. We are heirs to an expansive and continental homeland purchased with immeasurable sacrifice. The most natural of human truths, the pride of one's home, the instinct of who he is. Nationalism is natural. Patriotism is inevitable.
Those kind of guys are funny. So I guess what they decided to do now, since they can't wear Klan hoods, because you wear a Klan hood, it's going to be a problem. So they go put on these, ski type masks so they can cover their face. I'm like, listen, if you are an anti-black racist, stand on that. Why do you want to hide your face? Like, I've always said that, like, you're not a real man if you can't show your face. What, you scared you're gonna lose your job? Somebody know your position? I mean, no. If you don't like black folk, then say I don't like them, and that's cool. Like I said, listen, I'm good with you saying that. I'm cool. Trust me, I'm 1,000% good. You saying that? I'm not trying to be around you or anything else that you got going on, and that just is bottom line, at least for me. But these guys, they're cowards. They're complete cowards because they are not going to step to no brothers like that. And I'm talking about some real straight-laced black men. They never step to them like that. Now, if they catch you by yourself, maybe they try to run up on you. But how many times have we seen videos of brothers run these dudes off the block? How many times have we seen that? They tried that mess in Philly, and the brothers in Philly came out there and ran them off the block. They always get ran out. So them dudes, they're like, so they just, I guess they feel like they're trying to cosplay a new version of a Klansman, I guess. But man, ain't nobody scared of y'all, bro. Like I say, y'all some clowns. And that's really how America look at y'all at this point. The main issue with guys like that, who they're mad about, they're mad they're losing their grip on influence and grip on power throughout the world. And so, because they're scared, they're trying to act like they want to show this force, like, oh, we here, we gonna get y'all. Like, man, y'all are y'all own worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are the most violent. We've clearly seen that from the attempted assassination of President Trump. Y'all are the most violent. Y'all do the most to you women. So when you lie on black people talking about we're this and we're that, please, you talking about yourself. You ain't talking about us. But yeah, y'all don't worry about these people. They just scared.
Let's keep it real for a sec. Life can be awkward. And I'm not just talking about accidentally texting your crush.
Literally having a Nazi march. Literally having a Nazi march here in downtown Nashville. White supremacists talking about white supremacist neo-Nazism, talking about deporting folks and just racial hatred. This is what we're seeing here in Nashville.
Where's your faces? Where's your criminal faces? Cowards! Cowards! All of you! Cowards! Oh, I saw his face! Oh, I saw his face!
These guys. I have to say these guys, since they wouldn't show their faces. And here I thought this movement was all about pride. In a shocking yet predictable turn of events, a neo-Nazi march unfolded near the Capitol building in Nashville, Tennessee over the weekend During Black History Month, the incident involved over a dozen dressed in Nazi symbols occurred following a Black Lives Matter event, prompting widespread outrage. Now, Metro Nashville police were already monitoring the demonstration on Saturday, where a group of men adorned in red and black waved swastika flags in the air. Now, the timing of the march, coinciding with Black History Month, has intensified the condemnation from both politicians and the community. To name one, Tennessee Representative Justin Jones took to social media to expose the group as members of Blood Tribe, identified as a white supremacist organization that venerates Adolf Hitler as their deity. This is according to the Anti-Defamation League. Now, Jones recounted the group chanting racist taunts, including deporting every Mexican, immediately after he had attended an event honoring a Divine Nine sorority for Black History Month. Now, Jones, along with his chief of staff, opted not to hide, we ain't going nowhere, but to record the incident instead, stating the way to right wrongs is not to hide, but to shine the light of truth upon them. And yes, Justin, considering they went to great lengths to hide their identities, I'm guessing the light is the thing that would cause the roaches to scatter. Let's go to the videotape.
No! What are you ashamed of?
Now, a rally ain't a rally unless you got a good heckler.
Is that the best you got? Best you got? Best you got? Show me your fucking faces! Where's your face? Where's your face?
First of all, shout out to the heckler. Shout out to the heckler, because he is taunting them with the one thing that they refuse to do, and he knows that they refuse to do. I also find it comical that I can make out what the heckler is saying, but I have no idea what they're chanting.
Show me your face! I don't even know who you are! This is my face! Let's fucking go! You don't know my people!
That was his comeback? Your people poop in the streets? So I guess that's what brought you to town, huh? That was what the rally was about? Just anger about the poop in the streets? If that's what the rally was about, I would have supported it. I tell you that right now. You don't need all them flags, though. You definitely don't need you don't need flags with Nazism to rally about poop in the streets.
I love my people! You love my people!
I love the conviction. You don't know my people. Love the conviction.
You don't know my people! You love my people!
Y'all shit in the street, bro.
Oh, you don't know that?
Oh, I do.
Where the fuck am I from?
You got shit on your skin.
You guys, where's your faces? Where's your faces? Cowards!
Now, what would be the use for sunglasses? I guess it's to further hide their identity. Okay, I answered. I'm assuming that's why, because anybody that's ever walked around like this, are sunglasses useful? What are they blocking out, other than good sense and education?
Cowards! All of you! Fucking cowards! Shut it!
They all got the same sunglasses, they all got the same hoodie, and they all got the same pants. Talking about conformity.
Your fucking faces! Where's your face, you fucking cowards? Show me your face! Show me your faces, you fucking cowards! All of you fucking cowards! Fuck!
I love that guy. I love that guy. He refused to move. I don't know if you ever been on the sidewalk when something's going on down the street and you were like, I ain't moving. I ain't moving. No. Because I've been moving for years. Making a way for people, and I've reached the age where people need to make way for me. I ain't moving. This is my Nashville streets.
Cowards! Show me your face! Show me your face!
Here you come. I ain't moving.
All of you fucking cowards! Fucking cowards!
The timing!
Fucking cowards!
This is like the heckler equivalent of the LeBron to D-Wade alley-oop. That was just beautiful.
Fucking cowards! Fucking cowards!
got one dude with a vest on. Does that make him a leader? Does he have some kind of status? Or are the Jews with the status the ones who carry the flagpoles that appear to be swastikas, but apparently it's just about pooping in the street? Wait, did I think he dropped an M-bomb. I think the guy Edwin is black. I'm gonna step out on a limb and say that. Yeah, I love that this guy looks prepared for battle for the streets of Nashville. He like, oh, you never know. You never know. You know, Tennessee Titans might pop out here at some point. You never know. Hey, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Is that what it is? And also, feel sorry for the people. I've actually been on this exact crosswalk not too long ago. I feel sorry for the people who just came here to enjoy Nashville, and they were like, "Word, this is what we're doing, Nashville. This is like a touristy area. These people just came to see Music City. They came to go to Toby Keith's, and this is what they got going on."
Fucking cowards! Fucking cowards!
Look at all that Portland in the crosswalk. They're like, oh no, I caught a stray. I caught a stray being in video during a neo-Nazi rally. She didn't deserve that.
Cowards!
At least I don't think so.
At least this guy's got his face open. The rest of them are cowards. Fucking cowards! Fucking cowards! Your grandparents would be ashamed!
And that is the irony of all of it. They would be ashamed. But again, the American education system.
The police reported that the group left the area after the confrontation, having arrived earlier in a U-Haul truck. They came in a U-Haul truck. So was they just in the back? Like, how does that? They came in a U-Haul. They all just came in a U. I'm so confused. I'm so confused by that. This tactic mirrored a similar incident 2 years ago when the Patriot Front attempted to disrupt an LGBT event in a U-Haul truck. Wow, I didn't know U-Haul. So they really are trying to adopt and claim U-Haul as their own. Like they are really trying to make U-Haul problematic. U-Haul sitting over there like, what y'all mad at me for? I got nothing to do with Blood Tribe. I do have one question though, U-Haul, because if they rented a car to come down there and have done it now multiple times, don't they have to reveal their identity? Don't you got a driver's license down there somewhere? And where were all the rest of the guys, since they all came down in the back of the U-Haul? Were the rest of the guys just standing in the back with them scars over their faces? You didn't know that something might be amiss? No? You saw all the iconography and the swastikas, all that, and you were just like, yeah, just go ahead and get in the back of the U-Haul. U-Haul, I got questions. But boy, it got spicy in the comments. While Tennessee Governor Bill Lee didn't directly refer to the march, and why should you directly refer to the thing that just happened that prompted you to make a statement? He did post, Nazism and anti-Semitism should never be tolerated in any form. As Jewish people around the world continue to face persecution, Tennessee remains unwavering in our support for the nation of Israel and her people. Bro, have you been paying attention to the Nazi movements lately?
Oh shit.
Building your custom home is now easier than ever. And with America's Home Place, we can show you how. During our 50 years as a custom home builder. Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Check this out. I know that pastors are just people like all of us. They breathe and bleed the same way that we do. And eventually they will meet their demise, as each and every one of us will. So they're not some superhero don't walk on water.
Oh shit.
Welcome to the live show on the internet.
Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Willie D Live.
What's up, family? The former pastor, but still, it makes me really question, was he ever really for the people? This guy was on a podcast being questioned by another guy, black guy questioning the white pastor, the white former pastor, about what he did with the money and his beliefs and all this stuff, because this guy, about a month ago, he separated from the church. He said, I'm no longer a pastor. This is Shane Perry. That's his name, Shane Perry. He said, I'm no longer a pastor. I'm no longer, I haven't been a traditional Christian in a long time. He said that when he started studying theology and learning about the Greek and the Hebrews and learning about how the translations in the Bible are oftentimes misrepresented, he said he had to dip. He had to get on up out of there. And he was in, I think he said, Puerto Rico, vacationing. He's retired. Must be nice. Go get the money. Go get the money. Go get the money. Go get the money. That boy made a lot of money. Yeah, man. But anyway, the dude was calling him out. And he was totally unhinged. You would have thought that maybe somebody who didn't have a pastoral background would behave that way. But he was totally unhinged. The dude he called Buddy N-word. Told him, shut up. You don't know what the F you're talking about. Called him gay and all kinds of stuff. I was like, damn, makes you wonder, was he ever really about that life? Dude had an open invitation to black churches. They would welcome him with open arms. Black churches, black churches, black churches. Black people comment, yeah, he's invited to the barbecue. He's invited to the barbecue. Dude took the barbecue sauce and the grill and headed on to the grill. Didn't look back. Family, this is why we have to be very careful about who we allow in our spaces. We got to be very careful about who we trust, and this is regardless of skin color. We got to be very careful of who we follow. This dude is a wolf in sheep's clothing. He really wanted to fight old buddy. He was like, you gay, you talk, shut up, you shut up, you tell me, listen to a real man, you N-word this, N-word that, like, damn. The whole time, and from what I understand, he was married, either married or in a relationship with a black woman. Usually they got to be married, so I'm going to go with married. He's probably married to a black woman. So, he had everybody thrown off. White dude, talking to him, speaking that black language, speaking to black folks' needs and frustrations and struggles, and he's married to a black woman. You better believe he got a bunch of passes. The whole while he was on the N-word mountain, at the top of the N-word mountain, just kicking it. I wonder how many times he used that language in front of his wife. How many so-called brothers allowed him to use that language around them? He was very comfortable using the language. And now he's vacationing. He says he's done with it. He only comes out for special occasions now. He'll come out and he'll preach the word, but he'll speak. I guess he's what they call him, circuit speakers now. He's a circuit speaker, you know. But it's absolutely. I'm not shocked though. It's hard these days. It's hard for me to be shocked about anything I see, and I mean anything. About a week ago, I saw a video of a dude in a barbershop getting a haircut. One guy is cutting his hair and up on his head, and the other guy is behind him. He got his pants dropped, and the dude is cutting the hair on his ass. Who raised him? Where did they come from?
What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to talk about a story that I just seen. And I thought the story was fake, but then, after I did a little bit of background information, the story came out to be true. And this is wild. It's about an asphalt paving company that has just been ordered to pay a $1.25 million settlement and against it by the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission for creating a hostile work environment in which black employees were subject to racial discrimination and demeaning treatment. Here it is, 2024, and we still got people that think it's cool to run around and say disparaging things and disrespectful things with anybody's race or just the treatment because of the color of somebody's skin. It's totally BS, in my opinion. They got what they deserve. I'm going to read you this article, and you ain't going to believe some of the stuff you hear. It's wild that nowadays, it's 2024, not 1824, and all of these plaintiffs, willingly, it's good that they got, some type of compensation for this, even though no matter how much money you give them, it's not going to be enough for the ill treatment that they suffered and the damage, mental damage of this as well. Let's take a look at this story. Guys, here's the story according to the Atlanta Black Star, and this is what the title reads, I swear to God. Ain't gonna ever run from a black nigger, in quotations. And then it says black employees were reportedly called racial slurs and forced to relieve themselves outside. Now the paving company must pay them $1.2 million. And it reads as follows. Asphalt Paving Systems will pay $1.25 million to settle a lawsuit brought against it by the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission for creating a hostile work environment in which black employees were subject to racial discrimination and demeaning treatment. According to the court documents filed on July 29th, they were obtained and reviewed by Atlanta Black Star. Asphalt Company has 30 days to pay the compensatory damages to 12 of its former black employees who worked at its Florida locations. If the company misses the deadline, it would be charged interest for default. The plaintiffs in this case are Michael Cheese, Anthony Clemens, David Cooper, Frederick Cooper, Broderick Kearney, Olusoga Davis, Kendall Gadsden, Joseph Haynes, Alvin Maturim, William Moore III, David Whipper, Jack Cornell Humans, Deron Peterson, John Stevenson, and David Blevin. During their employment at Asphalt, the men were allegedly called racial slurs, threatened, and intimidated, as well as denied the use of facilities, tools, and resources on the basis of their race. The EEOC filed its lawsuit against Asphalt in September of 2023 on behalf of the dozen black workers after uncovering disturbing evidence that the company violated the Civil Rights Act with repeated instances of racial harassment against its black workers. Listen to this, guys. According to the lawsuit, the plaintiffs were called the N-word and boy numerous times by white managers, and co-workers. Forced to work in inclement weather, including heavy rain, while white workers looked on, and forced to use the bathroom outdoors while white workers could use indoor facilities. Specific examples included two white foremen, Anthony Buchholz and Douglas Henry, using racist language when referring to black employees. Buchholz would use the N-word frequently in front of Kearney, the lawsuit stated. Kearney objected to Buchholz's direct use of the N-word, but Buchholz continued to use it. After Kearney's objections, Buchholz then came to a job site with a friend and yelled, "I ain't never gonna run from a black nigger" at Kearney. Henry is said to have repeatedly called black employees boy, while other white employees are said to have called black employees black boy, monkey, and black motherfucker. One employee, reported to as Jackie in a lawsuit, allegedly told black employees, "Black is beautiful, tan is grand, but white is a color of the big boss man." That's some shit. As well as noted he was black from the waist down. Asphalt was also accused of preventing its former black employees from finding future employment by contacting potential employers and asking them not to hire them, the EEOC said in a press release about the lawsuit. Due to the hostile work environment, all of the plaintiffs were either resigned or were fired by March 2022. The allegations in this case are deeply disturbing and illustrate the unfortunate reality that 60 years of Title VII was enacted. Toxic racial discrimination still plagues many workplaces in Florida. EEOC Regional Attorney Robert E. Weisberg said when the lawsuit was announced, the EEOC will continue to vigorously fight for the rights of black employees and applicants to be freed from workplace discrimination. In addition to the monetary settlement, Asphalt must conduct yearly anti-discriminating training with its employees, which reviews what constitutes a violation of Title VII in the Civil Rights Act. Alright guys, that's the story of this sick BS these people was talking. Now it says they had 12 people and they given 1.25 million, so that means each person got $100,000. Then it said, you know, and this is the thing that bothers me about this. It's not even, I mean, that does bother me, like the racial discrimination and stuff. But two things really stand out to me that would have set me off. And I mean, that job must have really paid. And speaking of that job, they said this happened in Florida. Now this place, this Asphalt Pavement Systems is a, you know, it's a big company. You got them in Jersey. They got offices in Tampa, Florida, Cocoa Beach, Florida, and Zephyr Hills. I don't know which one of them three this is about because it didn't state which one it was actually about. Because going by the names and the supervisor's name, it was one particular place where this was happening. They didn't mention where it was at, so I don't know, but it was in Florida somewhere. The thing that bothers me about this is this. I don't know how bad they needed the job because someone resigned and stuff, but some of the stuff they were saying, I don't know any black person nowadays that would want for that. And there's no disrespect for these people because I don't know these people's situation, but this part right here where it says they were denied the use of facilities, tools, and research on the basis of their race, that would have set me off. I don't want the prison. That's me. That's one thing I don't like is when people do shit like this. Because the way somebody look or the color of their skin, you're going to act a certain way, I'll be goddamn, that's worth me going to jail over. Because I'm not going to let nobody shit on me like that. That's just me. Now, I don't know how other people are, but I mean, I have a sense of pride. And I know that other people paved the way for me to even be sitting on here in this room in peace. You understand? Given the opportunity to even be on here and voice my opinion, I'm not going to let nobody nowadays try to shit on that legacy other people died for me to even be in this position. Fuck that. You shit on me, you shitting on them. I'm not gonna allow that. You know what I'm saying? They go use the bathroom outside. Fuck out of here. Who are you talking to? Y'all can't use tools. The same tools y'all using to do the job. How we gonna get paid? Don't care. But whoever this supervisor was, or these these white foremen, they must have really thought they was entrenched in this job the way they had enough freedom to show what their insides look like on the outside. Damn shame. You know what I'm saying? Forced to use bathrooms while white employees can use indoor facilities. Forced to work in inclement weather, heavy rain while laying asphalt, while the white workers looked on and watched them. Hell no, ain't no damn way. Ain't no damn way. But these people got $100,000 each. I don't know if that's enough. I honestly don't believe it's enough. I mean, this is a multi-million-dollar company. They put a timeline on them, 30 days to pay it. I mean, if they like it, I love it. But dumb people that caused that problem, they should never be able to work anywhere else. You want to sit up here and deprive people for feeding their own families at a job you don't own. And you feel as though you got enough balls. And then, like, what you making racist comments about penises for? See, men in Iraq can say some of the stupidest shit until you stop them. I'm black from the waist down. What you trying to say? Black dudes got big dicks? That makes yourself look stupid. You'll say something like that. The only way you can tie yourself to being to a black dude is the size of your dick. You're a fucking idiot. Another thing is this, the dude come over there, I ain't never ran from no black nigga. You ain't got to run. You can stand right there and get your eyes knocked out your head with whatever the person's holding. You ain't your fucking boy. That shit don't scare everybody. Anyway, I'm getting worked up, man. This shit is coin.
What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Today I want to talk about the American white evangelical Christian. And I just want to tell you that God is not with you. Just like that. God is not with you and God is not in your church. You guys do not follow the teachings of the fictional character Jesus Christ. God is not with you. God is not in your church. And you guys know that. You guys don't follow any Christian doctrine. You guys use Christianity in America to deify nationality, to deify your whiteness, to deify white supremacy, to exclude others, and you don't even recognize other Christians as being true Christians. You hide your racist, xenophobic, ethno-ideology within your evangelical Christian churches. That's why pastors nowadays, ones that really do got the spirit in their heart, the white ones that got the spirit in their heart, are trying to come out now to let you know it's a new day, and the devilish ways in which you guys have been operating, it's time for it to come to an end. If you truly believe that you are a Christian, even though your Christianity is nothing but a carbon copy of the Greek interpretation of the Egyptian religion, right? So it was the Greeks copying the Egyptians, and then the Greeks and the Europeans creating the Septuagint, which was the Bible that predates the Bible, and then it was the Anglo-Saxons making their own goddamn Septuagint, right? Which end up being the Bible that you read nowadays. So you guys are already believing the carbon copy of the carbon copy of the carbon copy of the supposed spiritual system that you guys call religion, that you guys supposedly praise today. But we know that in those churches, you guys are really praying for the devil, the white devil, because your God is not a loving God. The God of you white evangelicals is not a powerful God. It's a weak, jealous, racist God. It's an inferior God. It's the devil. And you guys have proven it by the energy that you guys have put out. We've been watching you since the age of information. We can see how you move. We saw how you moved when Barack Obama was the president. We saw your reaction and how you put Donald Trump in the White House. We see your contradictions of how Barack Obama wore a tan suit. All you guys lost your ever-loving mind. Barack Obama had a fantastic family that had no drama, but you guys were losing your ever-loving mind. But Donald Trump, the antithesis of wrong, the definition of scumbag, right? Has absolutely no idea about what family values is. Cheats on his wives, buries one of his wives in his fucking backyard and let grass roll over. Prostitutes, left and right, disrespects women, doesn't even know how to hold the Bible. You can clearly see that man never even touched the Bible in his whole life. Disrespect you as a supposed Christian, disrespect Islam and various other religions. Jesus wouldn't do anything Donald Trump would do, but you guys treat him like Jesus. That lets me know that you guys are not people of God. You guys are the devil. You think you're the people of God, but you guys are the devil. That's why no one likes you. Nowhere around the world, nobody looks at you evangelicals as good people, even though you may think you're a good person. No one looks at you people, specifically white evangelical Christians that hide their white ethno-nationalism and their white nationalism. And this is where all the racists, neo-Nazis, the Klan members, this is where all of you reside. This is where all you white nationalists reside, within the evangelical Christian church. Because all your white racist pastors who've been sucking the money out your poor white communities for decades upon decades upon decades, making you afraid of everybody that don't look like you, and making sure that the Bible that you read and the pastors that you read reinforce your racist and white supremacy talking points and ideologies. Just know that you're not the people of God. You're not the chosen people. God didn't give you anything that you think you have today. You stole that via the devilish ways that you guys live culture. Alright? I'm going to post two videos. I'm going to post a video of an open letter written to you guys. Now, this was written a couple years ago, but it's still relevant today. It's an evergreen message to you evangelicals. And everybody, that's why Christianity is a dying religion. Because it makes no sense. There's no peace involved in your Christianity. All you guys do with your Christianity is go kill people who are not like you. All you guys do with your Christianity is go kill, judge, and maim, harm, steal, and rape people who don't look like you. Your religion is not a religion of God. Your religion is the religion of man, religion of ego, religion of the devil incarnate on earth. I'm not only going to post an open letter, I'm going to post a letter of an evangelical Christian who's trying to turn his flock. And you can see the pain. You can see the pain in his voice, because he knows he's talking to a bunch of brick walls just to simply get them to not be racist. You see, Jesus Christ was a black. The person that Jesus Christ, the character of Jesus Christ, was a black person. The character, the inspiration for the character that you call Jesus Christ was a black person. You guys can't accept that, even though everything in that Bible happened in Africa, not in Europe. But you guys have done some mental gymnastics over the years to say that everything on this earth is divinely yours, and you can do what the hell you want, and there's no moral guidelines for the shit that you do when you want to get something, when you want to hurt and harm other people. The fact that you guys are praising the genocide happening over there with your other white counterparts pretending to be the other part of the Bible, the Hebrew Israelites, those white European, Ukrainians, Russians, and Polish who get together and move like criminal illegal aliens on somebody else's territory, killing and maiming and destroying them for decades upon decades upon decades. And you guys have the audacity to get mad when they fight back. You guys are trash. And your culture is being canceled. I'm not talking about to those who practice real Christianity. I'm not talking about those ones. If the shoe don't fit, don't even put it on. Alright? If I'm throwing this rock and it ain't hitting you, don't say shit. Because the only people that's gonna say something, the ones that got hit by this rock I just threw. Alright? Without further ado, because the letter itself is gonna say more than I can even say in this video. And the video, when you see this white man, this good, you know we joke when we say good white man. We joke, but you know what? There are some good white men out there really trying hard to fight against their culture. You know how hard it is to fight against your culture? To fight against your people and how they naturally are? You can tell this man is trying to make a change, and he already know he's talking on deaf ears. But he's doing it anyway, because that's what Jesus would do. Anyway, without further ado, it's Afro Think Tank, learn something, teach them. I'm out.
I don't want to be out of line. But as a white pastor with a white congregation, I'm not struggling to find sympathy for the cops. I'm not struggling to find compassion for the police officers in my congregation. What I'm struggling against is people that I have known and loved that are saying things like, this happened over 100 years ago, why are they still going on about it? that, well, you're talking about stuff that ended a long time ago, Pastor. Well, why can't they just forget about it and move on? Well, why do we have to have a Black History Month? Where's our White History Month? Or even the stupid comments, even stupider than that, like Juneteenth? When do we get our holiday? It's called July 4th. What I'm struggling with is, how do I answer these people? How do I pastor these people? How do I come against mindsets that have been embedded for decades, that have been inbred in them, and they think they are righteous and justified, and they don't see the sin in their own heart? And how do I pastor that? I've got friends that are officers, and I love them, and I hurt for them. But right now, what I'm seeing is the pain in my brothers who are black and my sisters who are black. And I do have compassion for the police. But when I have betrayed a trust, it is my responsibility to find out how to fix that. And to my white pastor friends, we have a horrible track record in the church of betraying trust.
Entitled White Evangelicals, This Is Why People Are Through With You. And here's his open letter. He said, "Dear white evangelicals, I need to tell you something. People have had it with you. They're done. They want nothing to do with you any longer, and here's why. They see your hypocrisy, your inconsistency, your incredibly selective mercy, and your thinly veiled supremacy. For 8 years, they watched you relentlessly demonize a black president, a man faithfully married for 26 years, a doting father and husband without a hint of moral scandal or the slightest whiff of infidelity. They watched you deny his personal faith, convictions, argue his birthplace, and assail his character, all without cause or evidence. They saw you brandish scriptures to malign him and to use the laziest of racial stereotypes in criticizing him. And through it all, white evangelicals, you never once suggested that God placed him where he was. You never publicly offered prayers for him and his family. You never welcomed him to your Christian universities. You never gave him the benefit of the doubt in any instance. You never spoke of offering him forgiveness or mercy. Your evangelists never publicly thanked God for his leadership. Your pastors never took to the pulpit to offer solidarity with them. You never made any effort to affirm his humanity or show the love of Jesus to him in any quantifiable measure. You violently opposed him at every single turn without offering a single ounce of the grace you claim as the heart of your faith tradition. You jettisoned Jesus as you dispensed damnation on him. And yet you give carte blanche to a white Republican man so riddled with depravity, so littered with extramarital affairs, so unapologetically vile, with such a vast resume of moral filth that the mind boggles. And the change in you is unmistakable. It has been an astonishing conversion to behold, a being born again. With him, you suddenly find religion. With him, you're now willing to offer full absolution. With him, all is forgiven without repentance or admission. With him, you're suddenly able to see some invisible, deeply buried heart. With him, sin has become unimportant, compassion no longer a requirement. With him, you only see providence. And white evangelicals, all those people who have had it with you, they see it clearly. They recognize the toxic source of your inconsistency. They see that pigmentation and party are your sole deities. They see that you aren't interested in perpetuating the love of God or emulating the heart of Jesus. They see that you aren't burdened to love the least or to be agents of compassion or to care for your Muslim, gay, African, female, or poor neighbors as yourself. They see that all you're really interested in doing is making a God in your own ivory image and demanding that the world bow down to it. They recognize this all about white, Republican Jesus, not dark-skinned Jesus of Nazareth. And I know you don't realize it, but you're digging your own grave in these days, the grave of your very faith tradition. Your willingness to align yourself with cruelty is a costly marriage. Yes, you gained a Supreme Court seat, a few months with the presidency as a mouthpiece, and the cheap height of temporary power, but you've lost a whole lot more. You've lost an audience with millions of wise, decent, good-hearted, faithful people with eyes to see this ugliness. You've lost any moral high ground or spiritual authority with a generation. You've lost any semblance of Christ-likeness. You've lost the plot. And most of all, you've lost your soul. I know it's likely you'll dismiss these words. The fact that you've even made your bed with such malevolence shows how far gone you are and how insulated you are from the reality in front of you. But I had to try at least to reach you. It's what Jesus would do. Maybe you need to read what he said again, if he still matters to you.
Dashboard that acts like the command center for your new LLC.
I think back on the African American people in America. I think how that they were taken against their wills, put in the belly of ships, brought over here, beat, cussed. Many of them died in the guts of those ships, thrown overboard. They were pulled from families over there. You ain't never heard a gut-wrenching song. You hear a black person sing one of those old black Negro spirituals. Nobody knows. I can't sing it like that, see, because I had experience with it. When you've experienced hell, it comes out of the voice. I said, when you experience hell, it comes out of the voice. If you're one of those people that you got a problem with black people or whatever, you better shut your mouth, because they're God's people. You better hear what I'm saying. You better shut your mouth. You better shut your white mouth. You better shut your white mouth. I'm not kidding you. I know some of you was raised in the deep South, and you was raised by prejudiced people and bigoted people. You better get that out of your system. You better get it out of your system. It'll cause you to suffer right along with those masters. It'll cause you to suffer right along with them. These are God's people. And I know that there's wicked in white races and wicked in black races and all that. I'm not justifying none of that stuff. I'm just saying God knows what happened to the black race. He knows how they wound up over here. And God is going to reimburse the black people for all their trouble and all their labor. You watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you.
People, this has nothing to do with racially oriented. I'm going to say that again. This has nothing to do with being racially oriented. This is biblical.
Amen.
I'm going to repeat that. This is biblical.
Amen.
These are biblical people. If they weren't, why are they in the Bible? Part of the reason why black churches don't teach this is because they don't want to get in the struggle either. They don't want to make it, quote unquote, racially motivated. If God didn't want you to see this, then why did he write it? He did it because it has to do with his story. I'm saying your forefathers. Now walk with me, don't miss this. Because 98% of everybody out there believes that their roots starts in Africa. So they call themselves Black African Americans. And really what they should be talking themselves is they are what? The Hebrews and the Jews of the original temple of the city of David. And the kente cloth that you find that most black culture uses as African cloth is the center cloth that was used in Solomon's temple and his mobile moving tabernacle. So where did you get that cloth from? Moses' mobile moving tabernacle. How did Moses get it? Because he was married to Zipporah and also an Ethiopian woman, and etc. Now do you get the picture? Is this some good stuff? So you must take the people back past Africa. Past Africa, past Africa. You've got to get them back to the city of David and show them right here that your forefathers, the Queen of Sheba, was already in the city of David at the time of Solomon.
but I can get excited about that. Woo, that's good stuff. I'm going to get this DVD. Can I get a witness of it? Amen. 1 Kings 3:1 and Song of Song, chapter 1, verses 5 and 6.
I am dark, some versions say black, but lovely. O daughters of Jerusalem, like the tents of Kedar, like the curtains of Solomon. Do not look upon me because I am dark, because the sun has tanned me.
So the priesthood, and then I turned to my black culture and I said, what? Your bloodline is priesthood? And no one told you that? I mean, like, not even one sermon with the Holy Ghost? Not one time. Everybody's there. I mean, like, it never even crossed their mind. Like, I should maybe just mention this. I want to ask you a question. Why, out of thousands and thousands of preachers, would not one in the Holy Ghost have the revelation? Could it be that the presence of this thing that happened in Africa maybe still has some influence? That you forget your roots and not even be interested in it. So you wonder why you're hated. Because it's what's in your blood. See, you don't know who you are. And God wants to reveal it to you. But even as I'm telling you it no offense, can I just be friendly? Even as I tell the black culture this, it's like, don't bring it up. And so what I do with my big mouth, I bring it up. Why? Why should you be ashamed of your culture? I don't understand it. It's not in my logic. Well, you have to think about this, because sometimes we have an internal struggle because God's got a repositioning. But every culture God has, and I'm going to teach you, I'm going to share with you, every culture is in the Bible. Just like this. But the reason we don't bring it up is because we have been brought up in a democracy/republic in a religion that doesn't want to discuss this because we fear what it will reveal.
Hey, good morning and welcome to EFK Original Documentaries. In today's video, we are going to talk about the black people and what does the Bible has to say about the black people, and most importantly, what does God say about the black people. It's interesting that the people who are talking about the black people and the true origins of the black people are the white people, the very same people who are always against black people as given by history. These are not my words. We've seen slavery. Slavery was conducted with the white people against the black people. We've seen colonialism. It was the white people who were colonizing the black people. And it is these very white people who are talking and revealing revelations about black people all over the world. Recently, you saw what Putin did. Even though I don't have entire truth with it, you saw what he did. He revealed some very shocking information about the origins of Jesus Christ. But I am in the gray areas. I'm not so sure about it. But there is still a revelation about it. White pastors have been coming out, warning against racism, saying that God will fight for the black people. And this is very, very comforting. This is very, very inspiring to the black people, seeing that the chains, the ideas, the concept of racism are being dismantled. Black people are given the credit they deserve, you know.
Want to keep your hairline where it is? Through Hims.com.
Well, after revealing something like that, you know, many people from all walks of life that come across this video, and the ones that have that prejudice, you've been warned. Now you see where it started, how to severe the ignorance, and now how the way it does, and it's the mindset, it's the spirit, and that people will take the hatred of prejudice, all because what a person was born with on their body, and to take it to the max. That's why when they show you the stories of the Bible, the images fit the Eurocentric way of the Bible. They don't show you the actual way of the Bible when they tell you the story. And that's in black churches as well as white churches. And then they put it on film. Look at all the prophets. Look at all the women and men that God talks in the Bible. When they tell you their story, they put on, the people didn't look like those people. Why don't they get the original people? The Sephoras and the Jethros. Because that means they want to change, they want to keep the image of white nationalism, Christian nationalism. That's what it is. They don't want the image to change. And when it comes to black people, the reason why black people is scared, I think it's a generational fear, that because they scared that the horror that some white people have put on black people, that think that they're going to be alive. That's how deep this is. And so they're scared to speak up about it. That's my personal opinion about it. But I just had to show you how racism transformed on a job with that one video, how it's transformed into religion, how it's so in your face with the first video, how it all takes stepping stones. That's why I showed this video. And then I had to show it that, look at the pastors who were telling it. They were white. So it's coming, so they have the knowledge. So anybody can't say it's a black versus white thing. You can't reverse that psychology. It's coming from men from the white community that got the revelation of it, the true revelation. Because God, when He speaks on all people, on all flesh, when it comes to things. Not by a totem pole like we do in the Western world. White on top, other people on the bottom. No. He's equal with everybody to tell any that He failed to tell this to, reveal this to. But mainstream television and mainstream Christian television to regular television don't want to show you that. I don't care if it's on Christmas or Easter, they won't show you that. So they keep the image that all the people have to look like the image of the people in the book. So that satisfied the Christian nationalism. Get what I'm saying? That's why. But if you show the original images of the Bible, what the people actually look like, it would be an uproar. And you'll find out who really loved Jesus, the real Jesus. That was sent from the Father. Watch. Let someone redirect the story. And you know what they say? Why are you making it about race? It's what the Bible said. No, you make it about race. See, they work that psychology on you. But you heard what the pastor said. Those two pastors. So, hey, if they want to keep exercising their prejudice and racism, they're going to pay the price. We don't know how God going to do it, but they're going to pay a price. So if you are a bigot, you're racist against black people or any other people, you're in trouble. So you need to repent. You don't repent, you're going to pay the price. In some form or fashion. We don't know. Because the Bible says so. Alright then. Hope it's intriguing. Next time I catch you on this video. Take care. Be blessed. Let's stand together. Bye-bye.